welcome to the highlights of the first day of this fourth Cornhill Test match at Edgbaston. The next game these two teams have played after all that tremendous excitement at Headingley. And anyone who thought that that might be the end of things for this series was in for a rude shock. Some changes from the two sides who took part in that fantastic game at Headingley. England have left out Dilly because he wasn't fit. Australia, they've left out Trevor Chappell. Martin Kent comes in at number 6. Alan Border goes up the list, and they've gone in with just 3 pace bowlers and the 1 spinner, Raymond Wright. We pick up play now in the first over. It's the 5th ball. Dennis Lilly, that great Australian fast bowler, is bowling to Boycott. And in the commentary box, Tom Graveney, and it's a big welcome back to Jim Laker.
It's comfortably away. Nicely pushed off his legs by Boycott. No problem, they'll just ambulance into get England's scoreboard on the move. That's better. Really a very, very good, very highly skilled player off his legs. And Australia should know now that that's not the place to bowl to. So the first boundary, leg for 4. He steered that away off the 3/4 edge and the 3rd man. Nobody in that area, so Mike really collects his 2nd boundary of the morning. Fed it down pretty well, no great bounce, just angled it away off the 3/4 edge. That's when his legs don't work very comfortably, very easily through mid-wicket. Dyson giving chase. For the 3 runs here very comfortably. So this is going to do Mike really a fire of good. After that one terrible shot in the first over, he's recovered his cool, his calm, and is moving on now to 12. Well, it's not quite where he intended it. We're going to hit that square on the leg side, but he fairly raced away down to that press box at the far end. So brings Jeff Boycott his first boundary of the morning.
I think Jeff was perhaps a little slow on that, and he was playing it square.
What a good delivery. It drew Boycott into the stroke. Alderman has broken through on a pitch where there really isn't anything there for the bowlers. A very good away swinger that started Boycott on the stroke and then had him follow it all the way to find an edge to Rodney Marsh. A very good piece of bowling that from Terry Alderman. 29 for 1, with Boycott caught Marsh, bowled Alderman for 13. In the air, Hogg has caught him, Gower's gone, and that's a great break again for Alderman. An attempted bouncer that didn't really get up. I think we'll see when we have a second look at it that the ball came through, well, round about waist high, perhaps a fraction higher, although it was meant to be a flyer. And Rodney Hogg, the simplest of chances there. Gower caught Hogg, bowled Alderman, no score, 29 for 2. Straight away. 30 for 2, 13 to Brearley, 1 to Graham Gooch. Well, I'm not getting excited about it. Fielder says he thought he caught it, but we'll just wait and see what happens with the umpires. I had the feeling that it might have reached there on the half volley. Dickie Bird wasn't sure. We can have a look at it again.
Outside edge, no doubt about that. We'd like to make a decision from here.
Shot for 4 and a no ball called as well.
Moving Terry Alderman from the far end, the city end, 49 for 2. Really on 14 to face. And that's pushed out very quietly into the offside. Good run in between these two, making 3 out of it, because it was little more than a defensive push, but it's sufficient to bring up the 50 for England. And really go 17, 52 for 2, coming up in the 22nd over. And that's a very confident shout. A minute's delay, and up goes the finger of Dickie Bird. And a very disconsolate Graham Gooch there makes his way back. So the third England wicket going down with a score on 60, and it's Gooch's turn to go this time, out for 21. Caught by Marsh off the bowling of Ray Bright in his very first over. That's 4 runs. A really short delivery outside the off stump, made for putting away, which is exactly what Mike really did with it. Lovely square cut, brings him 4.
Just 4 more runs added there to take the total on to 60 at lunch, with Mike Brearley hanging in very, very grimly at 25 not out. Good bowling from Alderman, 2 wickets, and a bonus for Ray Bright picking up Graham Gooch's wicket just before lunch after he'd made 21 in pretty good style. We pick up play now in the second ball after lunch. Alderman is the bowler. He's coming into bowl to Mike Gatting. No more runs added, and with me in the commentary box is Tom Graven. Not quite where he meant it to get off the mark. It's there, it goes down in the scorebook. There's no real benefit from the breeze here, so there's no reason why Lee shouldn't bowl from that end. Or is any help from the slope of the ground.
And this is very well taken by Rodney Marsh. He moves very quickly down the leg side. The ball doesn't carry. He gets right behind it.
4 more, no third man. And a little obscured here on the side of our commentary box, but you can bet your life there's no one down there.
Really speaking, on a wicket like this, if the batsmen get in, there are runs galore down there.
Could be out. It is indeed a wide one, and Balder's the man that does the trick, with the aid, of course, of Dennis Lilly. A nod in response to the congratulations of the Australian fielders. Dennis Lilly strikes, removing the England captain Mike Brearley, out for 48. Been there since the start, and like Jeff Boycott, chasing a rather wide one. A generous round of applause for the England captain, for Border Bowl Lilly, 48. That's a fine shot. In front of square. Oh, that's a beautiful stroke. No need to run. forceful stroke indeed to get off the mark. Willie trying to tempt him as he did Brearley.
See this wide open stance. He still gets through, hits that bat right through the line of the ball.
That's a lovely stroke from Peter Willie, racing away off the sun-baked outfield here at Edgbaston for 4. Second 4. Mike really survived throughout the pre-lunch session when the score was 68 for 3. He was on 25, Gatting on 0, and Brearley's the only man to fall so far. Oofs. Well, the bounce beat him there. You had that covered, did Yallop, but the speed of the ball, pitching in some old footmarks, beat Yallop, and away it went for 4. Oh, that's a chance. Well, he made a great effort there, did Dennis Lilly. His weight taking him away from the ball, and certainly a misstroke from Peter Willie.
Peter Willie gets back and tries to thrash this one back. It's certainly carried. In fact, a fine effort by Dennis Lilly that he should come so far back in his run-up. It's some inches off the ground when he gets to it.
And that's out. Alderman's done it, and Lilly is the bowler again. Another wide delivery, and that was a fine catch by Terry Alderman. Gatting is out for 21. Dennis Lilly takes his second wicket, and really Gatting contributed to his own downfall there. And the roar of applause greeting the headingly hero, Ian Botham. I can't remember when a batsman coming to the wicket received such an ovation. And in its own way, an innings, if not of the same tempo, certainly with the same kind of responsibilities acquired from the former England captain here today, with England on 126 for 5 on a beautiful batting wicket. And while Ian Botham comes in, takes guard, and settles down, let's just have a look at this again. A full-length delivery, getting not quite to the pitch of the ball, and that flies off the outside. Alderman with very, very fast reactions indeed. Snaps that up off away to his right. The 5th England wicket to fall, 126 for 5. What a confrontation. Lilly with his tail up against Botham. Oh. Wow, that was a blow of massive authority and no little strength.
Cheeky, very cheeky. It's the shot of a man who made 149 not out at Headingley. It's a well-timed stroke from Loosener from Hogg. And, way down at deep my leg, John Bust. 3 runs. Peter Willie. Oh, well done, well bowled. He did it to Botham at Lord's. And he's done it again out of the footmarks, this time to Willie. And I don't think that was an accident. It was too wide out to be a bad delivery, that. Sneaked it out into the bowler's rough and spun it behind the pads.
And we've seen a very intelligent piece of bowling here. As you see, that pitch is outside the leg stump. It's very well up to Peter Willie, which makes it very difficult to sweep.
That's uppish but safe. And it's 4. The one thing about playing like this, Tom Graveney, is that if you're going to flash hard, it goes for miles off the edge.
Well, there's no doubt about Ian Botham flashing hard. He's a very strong young man. Here it is, well short. He's flashing away there. Just pulls that front foot away. You see him leaning back a bit.
And there's the first big blow. That's a huge stroke. Where has it gone? Well, they're just having a look to see if that carried for 6. Umpire Don Osler deciding a pitch just inside the ropes. But a massive blow of authority from Ian Botham. It'll be a couple. Tim Hughes is after it. Off the mark. Came in just before tea. Just blocked out an over from Ray Bright. And there's no doubt that the longer that John Embry can stay there and play with the kind of authority that he's showing at the moment, the greater will Ian Botham's confidence grow. But he's found somebody who can exist out there at the other end with him. Oh, I spoke too soon. A catch? Well, Graham Wood put in. And that is a catch which a top-class slip fielder should have caught.
Very good delivery, this. Leaving slightly off the wicket. No, pretty straight, really. And Graham Wood never really getting his hands together there.
And what a wicket that is for Terry Alderman. Outside of Jeff Boycott, that's the wicket that Australia really are exceptionally glad to get. And it'd be very interesting to see whether that ball did anything or whether Ian Botham just played up the wrong line.
Comes the replay. And from behind, it really looks like a very, very straight ball. Perhaps see it a little bit better from the far end, but great blow for Australia, that, because as he showed at Headingley, Ian Botham can turn a match upside down if he stays in. And here we're looking at it from the city end, and looks absolutely dead straight, and Ian Botham playing all round it.
And that's it, beat him for pace. Second wicket in the over for Terry Alderman. Bob Taylor is out for naught. And England are 161 for 8.
Well, this really is astonishing. Mind you, Bob Taylor probably didn't think he was going to have to bat today. And he's just played all the way inside that. Through him. He was a little bit late on the shot. And Terry Alderman notches his 4th wicket.
Oh, and a huge shot for LBW. Everybody, including Gully, went up for that. And umpire Dickie Bird absolutely unmoved. He's had to make a couple of awkward decisions today, has Dickie.
I think there's the answer where that ball pitches. Just outside the leg stump. Certainly would have knocked the lot down.
And although Chris Old is a bit suspect against pace, he has scored the 2nd fastest 100 ever in first-class cricket. Playing a bit like that. Yes, they're going for 2. And he's bowled him right across at John Embry. Perfectly straight ball. And the 9th English wicket falls on 165.
Togging action now to Willis. Sliced away over the top of mid-off. He's picked his spot again pretty well. And Bob Willis knows there's no need to run for this. He knows this ground very well, knows how fast it is. That's the old shot again. Quite unique the way he can lift it over that area at cover point in the offside, bounces away for 4 runs. Nice comfortable run up there. And that's edge, and it's beautifully taken by Rod Marsh to end that last wicket stand. Bob Willis goes for 13. England all out for 189, and applause not only there for Rod Marsh but for bowler Terry Oldham, and that means it's 5 wickets again in a test match for him and his 25th wicket to date in this series.
Indeed, it was a great display by Terry Alderman. 5 wickets in an innings again in a test match. You must reckon this is quite an easy game. Top score there, Mike Brearley, 48. Everyone up the top there got a start except Gower, but they were just not quite able to go on with it. Botham's second top score with 26. And those bowling figures, I suspect, could hardly believe their good fortune when they walked off the field, needing only 190 to go ahead of England. Lilly, 2 for 61, Hogg, 1 for 49, Bright, 2 for 20, and Alderman, 23.1 overs, 8 maidens, 5 for 42, an absolutely tremendous performance. Well, here's the start of the Australian innings. It's the first over, no runs on the board, and it's the 4th ball. Willis is coming in to bowl to Graham Wood. He's around the wicket, and in the commentary box, Jim Laker, and Mike Smith is with me as well.
Wood quickly away after hurry, and the throw not a good one. Wild throw, it'll bring overthrows in the end. I think John Dyson had his heart in his mouth there. Graham Wood has got something of a reputation as a runner out of batsman.
Oh, bowled him. And a good delivery, again beaten to pace, and I reckon when we see that the second time, we'll find that Dyson was so much beaten to pace that he was, in the end, aiming away towards mid-wicket. And that's just the spot from where Chris Old came. A no ball, and it's 2 runs anyway to Alan Border, takes him off the mark. And he's gone. Caught at the wicket by Bob Taylor, very low down. Chris Old has broken through again. Well, this is in his 5th over. He now has 2 for 1. Well, what about that? 19 for 2. Australia, after England had been dismissed for 189. Wood hanging in there, not out 6 at the end, and Bright the night watchman wasting time and being spoken to by the umpires for doing so. 208 runs in the day and 12 wickets.